What's going on, everybody? You are now rocking with, or listening, or viewing another blog by the one and only Crypto Wonder. Not gonna take up too much of your time, folks. Not gonna take too much of your time. What's going on? What's going on? Salute to more Hex. What's happening? Hope all is well. Some of the things that I'm gonna mention here, and this is the reason why it's not gonna be long. But it's just, I think, important things to keep in mind uh, in this DeFi thing that we're doing or engaging in. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic to see, green candles after Pulse Chain launched, and it's been like this super long wait, even though it's been relatively only 9 months since the chain launched. We've seen so many weird occurrences, like people just literally just sort of giving up on what caused them to even be a part of this whole thing, you know, for different reasons. You know, I realized last year and even years before that in crypto, it's very hard to capture the attention of the people. It's extremely hard, and when we understand things like those who hold tokens, founders, et cetera, basically founders, holders, exchange owners, succeed well in crypto. Oftentimes people stand in their own way. They talk themselves out of good situations, which is unfortunate because as we can see, when prices run, they're no longer at your reach anymore. It's like it's out of your reach. You can't catch them anymore. You have to wait for another chance that may or may not ever come. And crypto has presented all these distractions, all these distractions that cause people to gamble. They treat crypto like a casino, and Pulse Chain is being treated like a casino in many respects. Crypto's funny though, because once something new comes out, it's the rave, it's the hype, it's the new thing. So people run to that. They run to it because it's new, it's brand new. I've heard streamers of old even say that they like new things when it comes out in crypto, right? And they're not fair to themselves, nor are they fair to the people who listen to them. Because a lot of times people who have channels, people who have voices, they have a decent presence on social media. You have a following of individuals who may very well basically duplicate what you're doing, copy your actions. But when you're engaging in crypto and everything is about jumping into something new, how successful do you think you'll be if you do that, when you do that, how often you do that, where you do that, and why you do that? How successful do you think you'll become in crypto? You won't be that successful because you've been separated. You separated your energy, your attention, your focus in a multitude of different ways. You're not hodling like you think you should, or you think hodling is not good enough, or it's too boring, or it's too difficult. You want to just get involved in different things. You can't just hold a coin and let it work. You have to trade it out. You have to sell it. because you need that like the good gentleman said earlier, the dopamine hits. You need to feel that rush, that thrill of getting into something new and possibly winning. It's just like putting money in a slot machine or gambling on a, card table somewhere. And then when the hype dies down, when it goes away, what are you left with? Right? You're back to square one. And that's how I see a lot of things happening in crypto. Like, how do you keep the attention of the people? It's by solving certain problems that exist. Creating something that solves certain problems that continuously work for you on your behalf without having anyone control the operations of said project, said coin, said token, said whatever. No interference with the operation, no third party, anybody telling you what you could do with your crypto or not. Utilizing that crypto in such a way where you could earn every day. These things are important. These things capture the product, the market, and the fit and how it fits in your life, where you don't have to really think about certain things when it comes to anything financial or monetary, because you have this computerized code working on your behalf while you can live your life and improve your life in other areas. These are things that, for the most part, are captured in hex. Whether people want to accept it or not, it is what it is. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to buy into anything I'm saying, because I'm not trying to convince anybody to buy into anything that I'm saying. I'm just talking about what is, whether I'm a supporter or whether I'm not. It's there. It works uninterrupted, with no interference about somebody rugging you. Nobody can turn off your ability to earn yield. No one could take anything away from you. You own it. The code works for you on your behalf, right? You lock it up for a certain amount of time, certain period of time, and you earn more. And then the cherry on top, among other cherries, is when you see price appreciation over time occur. That brings more value to everything you got going on. So when your period where you stake or mine or lock up your token ends, you can decide to take it all. You can decide to keep the principal. You could decide to keep the interest. You could decide to do whatever, restake the whole thing, add a little more so you could keep your T-share value. That keeps going up over time as well, because it's treated as a store of value at this point. This is why people can keep coming back. This is why, and then while you're sitting and you're living your life and you're doing what you're doing, you're also earning more, because other people are not really going to do what you're doing. There are going to be people who are going to, break their agreements and end stake. And guess who's going to get a portion of those rewards? Right? Over a period of time, a whole bunch of things are going to happen, including price appreciation. Right? Keeps you in a position where you're participating. You're not looking on the sidelines as the ship sails away. You're involved. You're involved for yourself. You're involved for other people. You're involved for your loved ones. You're involved, because many people in the world are not involved. They're unaware. They don't know about what's going on here. They just simply don't know. All these other things that are going on with the chain, all these other coins, people feel they have differences of opinions and ideas and thoughts and everything. That's all great. because you have to pass through, controversy or these ideas to try to push forward and advance and evolve to make things better, make life, the quality of life a little better. Until something better comes out, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be this. Because I see other people in the community try to, introduce their own projects and their own coins, and they try to compete to sort of like, I guess, be competitive in the nature spirit of being competitive, but it's okay. They still aren't Hex. They still haven't done what Hex did because the founder figured a lot of things out. He figured out some really, really important things where you see other individuals, they try to copycat. They mimic, they duplicate, they do other things, they add maybe a few changes here and there, but the premise is always still the same. It's similar to Hex. Instead of launching your own thing, why don't you just focus on what's been tried and true so far that can show real results? I saw a streamer. I'm not gonna really shout him out, even though I've shouted, certain streamers out that, I've appreciated as far as content and stuff they've done. I saw a streamer recently identify what caused him to get rich. How did he get rich in crypto? A regular streamer, regular human being, regular person, was a working class person, kept the 9 to 5, quote unquote. Okay. Got into Hex in the beginning, adoption amplifier days, the first 350 days before big payday. Was engaging in the amplifier, putting his ETH and for the Hex, putting his ETH for the Hex over a period of time. Really was just going through everything, because up to that point, he did play around with a whole bunch of other stuff that didn't yield positive results, but he got in Hex early. Got in Hex early, all the way to big payday. Was staking his coins, still staking. Kept his job until one day he realized, when he looked at one of his stakes, and it was a handsome, handsome payout because the stake ended, and it was a handsome payout, and couldn't believe it. We're talking 6 figures. Couldn't believe it. Because, crypto affords that. Where people in the real world will think this is all a scam, this is all a ruse, and it's not. So when he saw that and was able to basically take it out and off board, right, put his money in his pocket, and saw that how it was real and how the potential was, and realized he had more stakes coming soon after, the same amounts. We're talking 6 figures per stake within a several days. He decided he didn't have to, work a 9 to 5 anymore. That was a decent paying 9 to 5 too, but his stakes alone, the first one alone, was like more than triple his yearly salary. With Hex. It's no joke. It's no joke. Ultimately, he gave his notice, and it was in no time he was done, and didn't have to work anymore for the rest of his days. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. But Hex is what caused him to be rich. Hex was what caused him to retire. He's still in crypto, still has his stakes long term, 15 years, 15.2 months. He's not the only one who's done that. Now, you could say there's a whole bunch of other blockchains out here, whole bunch of other stories, whole bunch of other coins, whole bunch of other projects that have also helped people. But yeah, I get it. But see, I'm an old dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to really believe in something or learn. It's hard for me to even want to learn new tricks. Because what I find weird, very strange, very bizarre, when these leaders of these other blockchains These leaders of these other communities, these leaders of these other L2s, whatever you want to call it, Web3, all this stuff, all this blah, 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 are supposed to be in cryptocurrency. But when you understand what this is really all supposed to be about, with the no admin keys, with the no third parties, with the person to person, owning your own keys, don't give your money away to any custodian or anything of the sort. And you see that they don't celebrate that. And these are supposed to be heads of other blockchains, heads of other companies, heads of other projects, company. Imagine crypto company, really? You have that. You know? Banks can't even shut it down. They're now providing crypto to their customers. When you see these things going on and they do not support really what Richard has done and what he's been saying for years on end, that should tell you something. Never mind what took place in 22 with all the billions of dollars worth of rugs that took place, 3 Arrows, Capital, Celsius, BlockFi, Voyager, etc., FTX, all of them. Never mind that. But you have these other people that's supposed to be in the industry that just can't get out of their own way and just basically accept the fact that, yes, this guy, whether you like him or hate him, has tried his best to stick to the core of what this is all about and give it away. That's what he's done. Whether you like him or hate him, he's kept it close to the genuine aspect of everything we got going on relative to cryptocurrency, to give people a winning chance to make maddening gains, where you just don't believe. You think this is just monopoly. Yeah. Another stream, I heard someone else from a different community mention how they were there early in Hex. Wasn't even a staker. So remember, the first story was from a staker who ended his stakes and retired from working after his first 3 stakes. Well over almost touching 1 million. Okay, so he retired, and that's just the beginning, because he's well off now. But and then the second story is someone else who was talking about how they were in early days too, but they didn't keep any stakes. They just kept the coins and cashed out 2.3 million at the height of at 42 cents. Not the height of the all-time high. We're talking 42 cents. Came out 2.3 million. Those were his words. Liquid. Many other people have similar stories. Does that not inspire? Does that not motivate? Right? Does that not pique your interest on any level to just even understand and learn what this is all about, to possibly want to experience something similar? These gentlemen experienced these things 3 years ago. 3 years ago, within the 4-year lifespan of Hex, within the 4+ year lifespan, they experienced this 3 years ago. And Hex has stronger network effects now than it had 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Now it has its own blockchain by the same founder, its own DEX by the same founder. People became so dissuaded. They just I don't understand. I don't see what changed to cause people to just jump out the window. Why? Because you heard about a couple features that were maybe you thought were going to be promised and did not. right, did not come out on Pulse X, for example, and so it's just goodbye. You just possibly sold your future for what? For what? To what end? Like when can people just look past their feelings, separate their feelings from the math, and that's void of feelings. That's just going to do what it's supposed to do. Imagine in 10 days, just in 10 days, coins like INC went up 1,000%, give or take. 10x, 9x, 8x, 9x, 10 in this month, within the last 2 weeks. For example, the other coins, 2x, 3x, RH I'm talking about, RH related coins, 2, 3x, yeah. We have other coins there that touted that, they've done like very, very well. And that's for me, that's like, okay, that's good. That's good. Keep doing your thing. I'm not mad at anybody making money. That's just not my way. Keep doing your thing, right? A lot of those guys that are excited that their coins made millions of percentages of gains, millions and millions and millions. Okay, that's a feat. That's a formidable feat. But you just got here too. It's like you're learning about this. It's like it's this experiment phase. Because our people, you got to see the difference between what has been established for 4 years versus what's just pretty much in its prepubescent phase. It's an experiment. A ton of these things, even Pulse Chain has to prove itself. Pulse X has to prove itself. Granted, but I rather deal with something that's been as close to the core principles of crypto to allow people to win than these other things, man. Y'all want to think that's toxic? Y'all want to believe that even like that's where you have to think like really like people have an agenda. Those who espouse toxicity, oftentimes like you hear it all the time, and then if you listen to what I'm saying and you listen to what other people are like-minded say, for example, within Pulse Nation, seriously, where do you find the toxicity? Now you could say, "Oh yeah, I'm biased because I love that group because I'm a part of that group and I'm a part of a group of people even who are not necessarily in Pulse Nation who just align with the idea of I'm gonna believe in these coins because the founder wants to win. The founder literally wants to win. No one else has opened their mouths and said the same thing. No one else, even in this community, has said anything close to wanting glory. You could say, right? You're like, okay, these are the builders that you could tell they want to win to or whatever they want to do their own thing, but they get caught in their ego, they get caught in their own mania. I'm gonna stick to what's been solid here, something that this man looked in the screen years ago, even before Hex launched, and told his audience. He said, listen, if you want, give me a chance to show you something, believe in what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make you mad gains. And people have since changed their lives who don't even have to work anymore for the rest of their lives. You're going to front on that? You can't. But if you say something, you're toxic. That's ridiculous. Like you have to really appeal to a certain sensibility when I'm saying these things. You have to really listen, like take like apply logic. Those who say that have their own ulterior motives, and it's disrespectful to someone who's new. It's disrespectful to someone who wants to participate, because what they're doing is they're trying to cut your opportunity to win. Forget about all this other the nonsense. They're trying to cut your chances of succeeding in this crypto space. Within a 9-month period, we just kept saying the same thing. Every chance we got, every single stream, there's always been some underlying common thread of truth that we kept espousing, we kept talking this whole entire time since Pulse Chain has been launched and prior. Name one time we've lied to y'all. Name once, one time. But people look at that as being toxic. Are you kidding me? Now you're joking, now you're trolling, now you have some type of nefarious intention involved. Pay attention to the individuals who are quick to say RH Maxis are toxic. And they're not even talking specifically about every RH Maxi. They're talking about Pulse Nation. The 5 of us. Pay attention. Because even individually, when have we ever presented information relative to what we talk about here in this DeFi space and lied to you as a viewer, as a listener, as a member of this audience, as a member, possibly a member of the community? When? That's all. That's all. There's real product market fit taking place here. That's something that I used to like. It used to not settle well with me. I'm like, product market fit. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, I understand what it is now. And thanks to the gentlemen who added their thoughts, thanks to ATX Crypto and Wells Only earlier in the stream. Go check out that stream. They added their thoughts and explained what it meant to them, and that just affirmed what I was feeling this whole time. This whole entire time. I don't know what product market fit that Bitcoin has besides it's being now deemed a store of value, and it's the first meme of all cryptocurrencies, right? Because you could say all of these things are memes, but what they're doing, many of them, especially the ones that I talk about, are providing value over a period of time, not some get rich quick overnight situation. This is not Safe Moon. This is not Come Rocket. This is not Pepe Farms from 2018, before this Pepe craze y'all talking about. You don't know, many of y'all weren't here around then. You don't know about that. This is not 80-20 Pareto principle hourglass situations where you have to keep coming back, but people get bored. People get bored, they get tired, they leave all kinds of projects left and right. This is not the farms of Pancake Swap and all the other dot finance stuff that came out in 2020, in 19, 20, 20, and 2021. How many dot finance, this and that came out? Oh, this dot finance, that dot finance, all this finance, ROI contracts up the wazoo. The DeFi space, the DGen stuff that was going on in DeFi space and is still going on is not going to go anywhere. But the reason why you see new things come out all the time is people get bored quick, and it's almost non-existent with this Hex thing. It really, literally is. You're supposed to be bored making money. That's how it's presented. But people don't respect being still. They don't respect being at peace. They don't respect having something work for them when they could take care of other important areas of their life. Synonymous when, simultaneously while they're earning every day. They don't respect that. You have this Green Team project that came out in October that so many people from Hex, right, jumped on that bandwagon. Green Team, yeah, jumped on that bandwagon. Hard body. Where folks in the community were like, yo, your favorite influencers are over there, all in. All in. What's the sentiment now with the Green Team? And you know what's weird about the green team? It goes again to what I'm saying about this whole thing with keeping the attention of the people. Green team hasn't even been out 6 months. And you talking about, yo, we need this project added on green team and that project and that project and that. Why? Why? To feed the craving, to keep the momentum, keep the hype going, because the thing dies out. Folks don't care. And it was supposed to be the people making jokes. Oh, there was supposed to be Hex and Jacula Zen projects having a baby together called Green Team. Thing ain't even out 6 months. And you got people, oh, this project is coming out on this layer 2. That project's coming out on the layer 2. Why? Because Green Team is supposed to be a base layer. They can't say it's a layer 1 because it's on top of Ethereum. They can't say it's a layer 1, but it's a base layer. You see how people change words? They flip and bounce whatever they got going on. And I'm not wishing them to lose, but I'm telling you, the narrative hasn't changed about keeping the attention of the people. How do you keep the attention of the people, man? That's what's been missing with 99% of all these things in crypto. Except Hex, where people can't stand it. Because it looks like out of everything going on so far, Richard has figured it out. Whether you love him or hate him, can't stand him, anything in between, he figured it out. He figured it out. And many people, regardless of whatever you say, are going to stick by what helped them become financially wealthy, what helped them become physically healthy, what helped them become stewards of starting their own opportunities to create generational wealth. There's people that they looking at many people in the community like they're clowns, like they don't know what the hell's wrong with them, because some people can't help themselves. They're gonna stand in their own way. They're gonna trip over their own feet. They're gonna make all kinds of mistakes. You just don't want that to be you. You don't want that to be you. They're making it easy for you to live vicariously through them and avoid the mistakes that they've made. Some even embarrass themselves. They go as far as even plastering their information on the internet. They'll tell the world proudly, loudly about the mistakes they're making, that they don't believe is a mistake while they're making it. Especially this green team stuff. Man, it's looking so sad over there. It's crazy. It's looking so sad over there. It's crazy. Y'all talking about, yo, if you were in Hex, you should understand how this green team thing operates. When Hex came out 2 months later, you did not hear Richard talk about no pulse chain. You did not hear him talk about adding all these L2s and dApps on top of Ethereum, on top of Hex. Hex wasn't the base layer for anything. So y'all have to think. A lot of people don't even understand what they're talking about, man. You got this one OG. Seriously, bruh? You saying people who downplay that they don't understand? Because if you win Hex, you should understand why the green team is a win. No, it's not, bruh. This is why you've been making the same mistakes over and over and over. Who have you helped become rich? That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. These people, these talking heads, these front so-called leaders that have so much to say, so much opinion about this and that, and wanna throw dirt on the names of the 5 esteemed crypto players in the game in this space. Y'all lucky we here. Y'all lucky we got together and decided, look, we're gonna just do this on a natural, on a humble for real. Throwing does at the illustrious 5 deadly venoms. This is what y'all doing? How you doing that? Shout out to the Shaw, Run Shaw brothers. Y'all don't know about 5 deadly venoms. You should catch it. That's a cult classic. Martial arts. All my martial arts aficionados out here. Having fun. Had fun this whole 9 months. We had fun, man. That's what it's about. Y'all crying, you mad because why? Because we don't want to buy into your decks. We don't want to buy into your meme coin. We don't want to buy into your ROI, reflector, smart contract, whatever you got going on. Ponzi nomics of the day. Everything is Ponzi, but we're gonna stick to the realest of the real Ponzi. That's it. So what? What are you talking about? Life is a Ponzi. Life is one big exit scam, right? You come out of a glorious canal, you just try to live through life, and then you get rugged because you expire at some point. So what are we talking about? Come on, man. I think it's crazy, man. It's crickets over there right now, man, with green tea. Crickets, crickets. And I'm not trying to just downplay it. It's just I'm showing you how things work. I'm showing you how many copycats and clones and folks try to come out with Hex. I was on the sidelines watching. Pyrabank, Pyrabank. You had promoters coming out with jingles. Pyrabank, relaxing divs. Where's Pyrabank today? What are you talking about? And a ton of other DApps came out to try to portray like they had solved something, right? They had solved and presented something that's better than Hex. Where are they today? They said what one contract has 60 million worth of USD locked in it. Can't be, what was it, a Wise? Where's that at? Exactly. Exactly, man. Come on, man. Because people just could not believe and they just can't, they gotta, trick themselves out of opportunities, man. When's the next thing? When's the next thing? When's the next thing? That's it. And only a few will understand what's taking place. Only a few will succeed. A few of us been around. We've been around. And a few of us that decided to create content related to this ecosystem, we've stuck around. The chances of us winning are stellar because we understand what we're doing. We're not here for the riffraff. We're not here for no kumbaya in a sense of it's not that we're antisocial or whatever. Like I could just speak for me. I'm not here to, do kumbaya and strawberry fields every day. That's not what I'm here for, man. No. No, 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 no. Not at all. I'm here to allow these things to work on my behalf. So I don't have to continue to slave and toil. I've been doing that for 30 plus years. Facts. And I'm doing this for my people, my family, period, and my loved ones. So all that other stuff is just a wash to me. As far as, oh, let me jump into this project, jump into that. Oh, this is Kumbaya community and that onboard. Who cares? The best talkers that talk about that onboarding stuff, the best people you want to hear, these people that you like to listen to, that talk to you about onboard and recruit. People have onboard. Everybody has onboarded somebody. So it's not like nothing is going on. But these top talking heads that tell you, oh yeah, I'm gonna interview the this leading figure, this prime minister from somewhere, whatever, might make him seem like they're so far removed from society, that they're so rich, so well off, they have so much power and influence, and you don't see it reflected in the chart. So what does that really tell you? Full of crap. People not onboarding nothing, they're just talking parrots. They like to hear themselves talk. And those who like stick to like you want to do a spaces, you want to constantly do all these things and all this. What about the quality of your everyday real life? Because a lot of this stuff is after a while becomes unhealthy. You're stuck in these devices. You're stuck and plugged into this matrix called the internet. It's just you're looking for some kind of drama to start to ignite. You want to rage. Every day is about a rage. You're weird. You got feelings. Everything is this and that, and it's weird and it's negative, 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 negative. And you want to talk about a RH Maxi being toxic? Make it make sense. The logic is flawed. There is no logic with that. There is no rationality with that. What's up, y'all? Tin Top in the building. I see y'all. I see y'all. The Danny Moore. What's happening? What's happening? Pull up says, yep, yep. There you go. Pull up HD. 100%. 100%. Facts. Right there. There you go. Pull up. George Toko. I couldn't tell you what to do with Staker app, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's been a huge, huge disappointment. That whole situation with Staker app, man. I never used it. I never used it. It's messed up. Maybe somebody in some type of hex telegram group could tell you, like the an official telegram, or I don't even know. I wouldn't even know what to tell you as far as that goes. It's unfortunate. Staker app. Checks my pulse. What's going on, man? What's good with you? Checks my pulse. I like that name. Alan Fizzer May, man. The man of the hour. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? You chilling? So he's chilling. And we will get those features. Richard wanted weekends out. Watch what happens. Hey man, Richard has his own strategy, and none of us are in his head, right? Excuse me. He has his own strategy. None of us can figure out what he's doing. But you see how things are unfolding, and it is what it is. And not everything is meant to be told too. Some people just jump out the window in their feelings and just say some wild stuff, and you're like, what's the point? And y'all supposed to be OGs that are rich, and you got it sewn, and everything, but you're mad at people who just want to hold true to Hex, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, and Ink. What's the problem? Like, I don't, but no, we're toxic. Alan says, look at that. Yeah, that happens. And that happens, and that's what it's there for. That's what it's there for us to use how we see fit. My plan may not be good, may not be, a working plan for somebody else, and theirs might not be for me, but still, it's still available, to receive like possible life-changing gains like others have. This market isn't going anywhere, you know. I'll tell you, man. Tin Top in the building. Stay on the path, man, and appreciate that. Appreciate that. We try. We try. We try. We try. Yeah, 100% toxic. Like I told you, I told the history already about where that came from. That came from, I'm not saying like the origins of toxic as far as etymology or whatever, but as far as in this community, that started from these builders that basically when they were criticized for taking all this money from the people, all this money wasn't necessarily needed to build their projects, and so that was just seen as toxic because just statements like that are too gut wrenching. But it's the truth. It's the truth. You know. 100%. Woo! I like that. BTC was proof of concept. Hex is proof of millionaires. Hey, people. I've heard it. I've heard it for myself, folks, and you know what I'm saying. They said and why would they lie? The blockchain though, at least things could be verified on chain. This thing just shows that they say that about maybe 2,000 people were able to see millions during the height of the bull. Liquid each. That's a blessing. That's the thing. Once you understand it, you feel like you don't have enough. That's the part about why I say Richard has figured it out on so many different levels. When you have some, you feel like you have, like, it's never enough. It is never enough. Imagine some people have thousands of T-shares. You know how many X that we're talking, millions and millions and millions and millions upon millions of X to amass thousands of T-shares where they receiving those yield the rewards daily, thousands of T-shares. And I'm pretty sure they feel like at some point it's not enough. Product market fit keeps you coming back because it solves a series of problems that a lot of these other projects have not. A lot of these other blockchains they struggle with. They struggle to keep the attention of the people because they don't have anything solid. They don't have anything worth important enough that could fit your life well enough for you to respect it and honor it and keep it and return to acquire more. It's just what it is. Because I'd rather buy something that's going to give me more, that's going to work for me, than buy something else that's just going to just get yield zero, nothing, or maybe yield me something for a short period of time, and then after that it's done. No, long term, and allow this thing to work for you along the way while you reach your goal. And it's true. Everything is about now. So many people talk about staking everything else instead of staking Hex. What happened to that? What happened to that? I don't know. I don't know if people are jealous, people are butthurt. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to call it anymore. You know? DJ Cryptomatic, what's up? What's up? What's up? DJ Cryptomatic says, Wonders on a roll today. Yeah. Yeah, but guys, I'm not going to keep y'all too long. I'm actually going to, I got to leave. But, again, keep pushing forward. Remain committed to what's true to yourselves. Take care of yourselves too, in mind, body, and spirit. Respect and learn about what we have, right? And spread the positive energy and the positive messages, right? Because that's one thing that folks can't refute, is the truth. And a lot of times what we deal with here deals with the truth. I want to say most of the time of what I deal with here, specifically here, is with the truth, and utilizing these things to experience gains. I'm not going to change. I'm only going to improve. And I wish that for every single one of y'all. All of y'all. Take care.